there team, Coach Alexa here. I said in my last video that I might go a little bit further up into the lower leg because, well, every aspect of our body is connected and interconnected with the next bit. But I thought, yeah, it would be useful just to show how some of that foot and ankle stuff connects further up. So if we start off with this leg, lower leg, so this is the back of your right calf muscle. And these are the bits you can probably see, you know, if somebody's quite muscular, you can normally see the two parts of the biggest calf muscle. And this is the tendon that becomes your sort of Achilles tendon that you can feel at the bottom, but it starts all the way up here. It also has two other muscles, one other muscle, sorry, that joins into it called the soleus underneath. So these are the big propulsion muscles. These are the ones that that kind of propel you along. Big elastic bands, like I was talking a couple of videos ago, that we use for propulsion, particularly when we're running. But you can also see in these other pictures, so if we, this one furthest to the right is another view of exactly the same, the back of your right leg, but we've taken those bigger muscles away so you can see what's underneath. So we've got the propulsion muscles, but also, my goodness, we've got an awful lot of other stuff going on. And you can start to see that these muscles, which come right up to the back of the knee, just below the back of the knee, actually attached to these tendons that run down into the arch of the foot. And on the other side, this kind of outer muscle goes into the outside edge of the foot. So there's lots of muscles in that calf underneath the big propulsion muscles that are controlling the movement in our feet and providing stability. So when we land, if it's an uneven surface on the trail, or if you nearly go over on your ankle, it's all of these muscles that are kicking in basically to keep that ankle stable and keep us upright as we're running and walking. You can see a slightly different view here. So this is the outside edge of your right leg. So this is the bigger muscles, propulsion muscle, sitting on top, attaching to the Achilles. And then you can see even down the front of the shin. So if you sit here watching this video and you kind of pull your toes up, have your hand across the bit at the front of your shin bone or to the outside and pull your foot up towards your shin, then you can feel these muscles kicking in. So these muscles are the ones that are going to be lifting your foot up. So as your foot comes through under your hips as you walk and run, you want to make sure that your toes and your ball of your foot are lifted up so you don't scuff your feet. So these are the ones at the front. You can lift up each toe individually with practice, and you again feel that it's muscles that actually sit up the front of this calf that are doing a lot of that work. So a huge amount of complexity here, and you can see from this final view, this is the front of your leg, that we also have some of these, you know, bigger look at those quite big muscles, sizable muscles that are actually kind of flexing your ankle and pulling your toes upwards towards your shin. So loads of different muscles and ligaments, because the foot and the ankle has a huge amount of motion. The ankle can straighten, it can bend, it can rotate inwards, rotate outwards. You can draw a whole circle with it, and all of these muscles all get involved, including the ones that I talked about the feet in my last video, to do all of that movement, but also when we're running to provide stability. So every time we run, even if you just were to stand on one leg now, you'd see these little tendons moving around in the top of your foot if you haven't got bare feet, and all of these muscles just doing those adjustments to keep you standing upright. So yeah, amazingly clever, but pretty complicated setup here. Hope that's useful. Happy running.